Okay, good afternoon. Yes, write some problems. Let me solve some problems. Yes, problem number one, the first problem. But before taking up the problems, okay, I supposed to solve the problem with the Carnot cycle, of course, heat engine, Carnot cycle, and other things. Not only that, we are supposed to solve the problems under Clausius-Clapeyron equation. Clausius-Clapeyron equation, don't forget. You are aware of the formula, the derivation, everything. Okay, based on that, we are supposed to solve the problem. First, let us solve the problem using the Carnot engine. So you know about the Carnot engine, Carnot cycle, heat engine, all the things that you are aware of that. So just I will brush it up about the heat engine. All of you have to write. Along with me, you are supposed to write. Don't see. You are supposed to see, understand, then you are supposed to write along with me. Okay, heat engine. There is a source here. Source which is having a temperature of T1, which is the high temperature. T1 source temperature. Which is usually of higher value. There is working substances present here. This is the working substance. The heat energy flowing from source to the working substance. That heat energy is Q1. This is going to do some amount of work done here. The amount of work done, useful amount of work done. There is some amount of work done here. After doing some amount of work done, how much it is remaining heat energy? It will be rejected to the sink. It is going to reject it to the sink. The sink is said to be at a lower temperature. T2 is the sink temperature. Which is at a very low temperature. Then work done is equal to here Q1 minus Q2. And efficiency is given by eta. Eta efficiency is given by the formula 1 minus T2 divided by T1. This can also be written as 1 minus Q2 divided by Q1. Therefore, these two are equal to each other. Eta is equal to 1 minus T2 divided by T1, that is also equal to 1 minus Q2 divided by Q1. I already explained what is T1, T2, Q1, Q2. 1 and 1, we can cancel it on both the sides. Therefore, T2 by T1 is also equal to Q2 divided by Q1. But you must be aware of what is Q1, what is Q2. That's why I explained already all this concept again. Again, I have explained now. You are supposed to write this one. Based on these concepts, we are supposed to solve the problem. So Q1 is the heat energy supplied from the source to the working substance. Working substance absorbing the heat from the source, that is equal to Q1. It is doing some amount of work. Then it is rejecting some amount of energy to the heat energy to the sink, that is Q2. Therefore, amount of work done is equal to Q1 minus Q2. Okay. This eta is equal to, one more formula I can write, I think W divided by Q1. Right. This is a concept. Okay. Write the first problem. Today's first problem, right? Easy problems. Only thing is you require this idea. Okay, if you know this idea, we can solve the problem very easily. Okay, yes. Problem number 1. Find the efficiency of the Carnot engine working between the steam point and the ice point. That's all the question he has framed. Okay, find the efficiency of the Carnot engine. Find the efficiency. I want to calculate the efficiency. Efficiency represented by the symbol eta of a Carnot engine working between these two temperatures. Okay, we must be aware of steam point temperature and ice point temperature at normal temperature and pressure, how much it is equal to, at NTP or STP. One is steam point. Steam point temperature is at a high temperature, that is 100 degrees centigrade at normal pressure. Ice point temperature, that is T2, that is 0 degrees centigrade. We should not solve the problem like this only. We want to convert this one in the form of Kelvin. Okay, 100 plus 273, that is equal to 373 Kelvin. This is 0 plus 273, that is equal to 273 Kelvin. Now I suppose to solve by using the formula eta is equal to 1 minus T2 divided by T1. Substitution, calculation, you do it. 1 minus T2. Yes, what is the answer that you are getting? You tell me that. Take your scientific calculator and do it.
Zero point 0.26.
0.26. Okay, third decimal point is missed out. Fourth decimal point. Fourth decimal point, how much?
0, sir.
Is it 0 or 1? Check it
So
out.
1.
Sure?
Yes, sir, because after 0 it's 9.
Yes,
So.
right. Okay, understood. This is eta. But he asked the percentage, is it right? No, he didn't ask the percentage, find the efficiency, is over. If at all, if they are asking about the percentage also, what you have to do is eta is equal to 0.2681, okay, multiplied by 100, you have to say that. So eta is equal to 26.81 percentage, you can write. This is in terms of percentage, this is in terms of decimal point. And like this, we are supposed to do it. This is percentage efficiency. He didn't ask that one, but in future, if they are asking about that percentage efficiency, multiplied by 100 and put it as percentage. Okay, yes, second problem, you're right. Started with a very easy problem. Slowly, steadily, The difficulty level slightly is go on increasing, slightly. Okay, yes. Second problem. Find the efficiency of a Carnot engine. Working between 127 degrees centigrade and 27 degrees centigrade. This is source temperature, this is sink temperature. Okay, indirectly he says. It absorbs 80 calories. If calories are in CGS unit, no problem. Okay, joules are in SI unit. Okay, you can do it in CGS unit only, no problem. Calories of heat, comma, how much heat the heat is rejected. Okay, so T1 is equal to 127 degrees centigrade, T2 27 degrees centigrade. You convert in the form of Kelvin scale temperature. Don't do with degree centigrade. Okay, it absorbs 80 calories. Therefore, Q1 is equal to 80 calories. How much is the heat rejected? Q2 is equal to how much? Formula, eta is equal to 1 minus T2 divided by T1. Substitution calculation, you do it. Next step. What is that? T2 by T1 is equal to Q2 divided by Q1. So using this one, you calculate what is that value of Q2. Joules. I mean, this is in terms of calories, therefore you have to write calories only. This is in terms of calorie, therefore you have to write calories only. Want to convert calories to joules, we can convert. $60 calories. Efficiency, madam. Efficiency is 0.25. Srivatsa, okay, it's correct. Check it up, all of you have to do it. Evelyn, correct, 0.25. I'm not doing the substitution and calculation, hoping that you have understood. Therefore, I am not doing. Okay, yes. Use this formula, substitution, you do it. Calculate Q2 is equal to how much? How much is the Q2 value? 60 calories. Correct? Check it out. Okay, Pramila. Rishika didn't answer.
Yes, sir, 60.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write the next problem then. 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. If you want to convert in the form of calories, conversion factor is present like this. Okay, you can. If you want to do the conversion, okay, you can. What is that? 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. This is conversion factor from joules to calorie and calorie to joules. Joules is the SI unit, calorie is the CGS unit. Usually we prefer to go for SI unit only, but some occasions that we are going to put it in terms of calories, that's okay, no problem. Right, question number 3. Problem number 3. A Carnot engine whose temperature of the source is 400 Kelvin takes 200 calories of heat at this temperature and rejects 150 calories of heat to the sink. What is the temperature of the sink? What is the temperature of the sink? Also calculate the efficiency of the engine. Okay, first you read it. I will ask any one of you. You tell me, any one of you, I will ask you. You tell me what are the data that I supposed to write it here. First you read the question, understand it. While solving the problem, okay, remember this. Don't answer the problem unless you understood the problem. Okay, before understanding, don't start your answers. No, first you read the question, understand what is the meaning of that one. Then think about the formula, the diagram and other things. What is Q1, what is T1, T2, everything. It must be coming in front of you as a charge. Then use that idea and write it down. Okay. Physics problems will be difficult because we are not understanding what is the problem it says. And directly we want to solve the problem. That cannot be done without the theoretical background. Okay, Rishika, answer it. What I supposed to write here?
So T1 is equal to 400 Kelvin.
Okay.
Q1 is equal to 200 calories.
Continue.
And Q2 is equal to 150 calories.
Then?
And we should find T2, sir.
What is the temperature of the sink? Then
efficiency, sir.
That is represented by?
Eta.
Eta. Right. Very good. Very good. That's all. Thank you, Rishika. Yes, right. Like this we are supposed to write. Then once you have written this one, constant formula we had to write, substitution calculation. That's all. Then once you got the answer, think about the unit what we are supposed to write and write it. So first idea, efficiency 1 minus either Q1 and Q2, that one you can write. Otherwise T1 and T2 in terms of that also we can write. Q2 divided by Q1. So be careful. Okay, while writing the formula. Okay. Q2 divided by Q1 is equal to T2 divided by T1. Using this, you calculate what is the value of T2. Very good. Now, Kevin, I will ask you a question. What is the value of eta you said? 0.25, correct?
Yes, sir.
This one, T2 is equal
300
to
Kelvin. 300 Kelvin.
Kelvin. Now, eta, what is the unit I supposed to write? Eta unit, what I supposed to write? Kevin. Question goes to Kevin. You tell me what is the, yes, I mean unit I supposed to write. Shall I write Kelvin? Kevin, shall I write Kelvin?
No, sir.
No, then
Work done.
joules,
That is one.
or
Per
joules,
joule.
calories, kg,
No,
meter
sir.
per second.
Work done. Work done. Work done. Work done.
Made you to confuse now.
Sir, work done. I don't know the unit, but the unit for heat is joules. So it will be per joules. Top one I don't know.
Kevin, see here. This is a formula now. Kelvin divided by Kelvin, is it not get cancelled? Unit is going to get cancelled now. Therefore, eta is not having any unit. Right? It is not having any unit. So therefore, don't write any unit here. Don't write any unit here. Here you have to think and you have to answer. Nothing else. Okay, that's right. Write the next question then. Okay, understood all of you? Only 19 students are present. Where are the others? Problem number 4. A Carnot engine working as a refrigerator. Don't forget, refrigerator means don't get afraid. Refrigerator is a reversible, I mean, a reverse heat engine. I'm sorry. Refrigerator is a reverse heat engine. If I'm showing like this now, okay, here the heat energy will be transferred from sink to working substance to the source. It is a reverse heat engine. Whatever I have written here, it is a heat engine. But reverse way, if it is happening and work is done on the system here, work is done by the system, work is done on the system. Okay, compressor is working using the electric current and other things. Now the heat energy is flowing from sink to the working substance to the source. Clear? Okay, yes, right. I have given one question. Still, now I can ask that question now for the quiz. Is it right? I have given one question. What is that? If refrigerator is kept open, the doors of the refrigerator is kept open, what happened to the temperature of the room? Here's the answer.
Gradually increases.
Increases. Correct now. If it is closed down, then inside the refrigerator the temperature is gone decreasing. But outside temperature is gone increasing certainly. Okay. But if the refrigerator door is kept open, inside as well as outside, it's gone increasing only. Yes, right. A Carnot engine working as a refrigerator. Working as a refrigerator between 260 Kelvin. Kelvin is given already. Okay. And 300 Kelvin. Receives 500. You see that 500 calories were given, but it is converted in the form of joules. Yes. 500 into 4.2 joules of heat from the reservoir. Don't forget, don't get confused with all these things. As usual, you do it. Okay, but only thing is Q2 is flowing from sink to the working substance. Q1 is flowing from working substance to the source. Okay, reservoir at the lower temperature. Calculate the amount of heat. Calculate the amount of heat rejected to the reservoir in the sense the source at high temperature. Calculate also the amount of work done in each cycle to operate the refrigerator. Okay, this is the question. Shall I write the diagram or have I understood? It is a reverse heat engine, nothing else. To whom I had to ask? Okay, Asfiya, ready? Asfiya Khanum.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me, madam. The data, what I supposed to write here?
Sir, T1 is 260 Kelvin.
260 Kelvin T1, correct? T1 260
T2.
Kelvin, correct?
T2 is 300 Kelvin.
What is T1? You tell me
260.
what is T1? No, what is T1? T1 represents what?
Source.
Source temperature. Is it not at a high temperature?
Sir, it is low temperature.
Again, go back. See here.
High temperature.
Okay, madam. Understood? That's why I said this is theory. But refrigerator means heat will be flowing from here to here like this. This is as it is. Okay. Normal heat engines. Okay. From teachers to the students, we are teaching here. Teaching, it has been done from teachers to the students. But in refrigerator, reverse way. Have I understood? Teachers are the listeners and students, they are supposed to take the class. Right? By external agency. Right? That is the concept, nothing else. Okay. Answering. Asfiya.
Yes, sir.
Data.
Sir, then 260 is T2.
T2 is
260.
right.
T1 is 300.
Okay.
And reservoir.
Sink is the reservoir.
Yes, sir. It is 500
500
into 4.2 joule.
4.2 joules. You didn't say what is this?
It is.
That is important, no?
Yes, sir. It is source sink, no, sir.
What I supposed to write here?
Q2.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Heat will be flowing from reservoir. Okay. Receives the heat from the reservoir. Q2. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Q2. That is Q2. Okay. Right.
And
What is to be determined?
Q1.
Q1. Remaining thing you can understand. Okay. No other way. The remaining one is Q1. Efficiency we are supposed to calculate or not? No, we didn't
No,
ask.
sir. Work done.
No, that's all. That's all. Okay. Very simple. Work done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Work done. So formula Q2 by Q1 is equal to T2 by T1. Use this. Calculate Q1 is equal to how much? So many joules. Is it finished or shall I take my calculator and shall I do it? How much you got? Q1? Asfiya, madam. Using this, I suppose to calculate Q1, correct? Is equal to Q2 T1 divided by T2. Substitution Q2 2423,
2423.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Point something,
07.
0.07. Okay. Yes, calculate the work done. Work done is how much? How to calculate work done? Asfiya?
Q1 minus Q2.
Q1 minus Q2, that's all.
Q1 minus Q2.
Or Q2 minus Q, whichever it is larger, that one. Right? So whichever is larger, Q1 or Q2. Just to consider like that. Okay, do it. What is the answer? 323.07. 323.07 joules. Joule minus joule. Don't say that joule minus joule. You can cancel some. No. Joule minus joule is so many joules. Okay. Understood? Any doubt is there? Say that. Next question. Shall I take up that? Number 5. Problem number 5. Yes. Again, write the problem. I will ask any one of you. You have to give me the data properly. A Carnot's engine whose lower temperature of the heat sink, lower temperature of the heat sink is at 27 degrees centigrade, has its efficiency 40%. Full stop. What is the temperature of the heat source? Full stop. By how much should the temperature of the source be raised if the efficiency is to be raised to 70%. Read the question once, twice, thrice, you read it, understand what is the meaning of the problem, then I will ask any one of you. Okay. Hoping that all of you have read so far so many times. You have understood the question. Yes, almost a similar variety, but slightly a difficult, slightly a different. Difference is there, of course. Okay. Yes, Anarghya, present.
Yes, sir.
Right. What are the data?
Sir, we have to calculate T1.
We have to determine T1. First, one by one. A Carnot engine whose lower temperature of the heat sink is 27 degrees centigrade. What is
T2, T2, sir.
T2?
27 degrees Celsius.
Okay, convert.
300 Kelvin.
Correct. Has
And
an
efficiency
of 40%.
Eta is equal to 40%.
Eta is equal to 40%. What is the temperature of the source? What is the temperature of the source?
We have to calculate T1, sir.
T1. Right? Understood? Next. By how much? Here there are two problems are there actually. Within one problem, there are two things that we are supposed to determine. By how much should the temperature of the source be raised? Okay, case number 2. This is case number 1. This is case number 2. Case 1. Case 2. By how much should the temperature of the source be raised? Okay. Rise in temperature of the source. How much? If the efficiency is to be raised, now the efficiency is equal to 70%. Here also efficiency, here also you should not get confused. For that purpose, I will write this is eta 1, this is eta 2. This is 40%. 40% means 40 divided by 100, that is equal to 0.4. This is 70 divided by 100, that is equal to 0.7. Efficiency cannot be greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, then you will get the Nobel Prize. Okay, if anybody is proving efficiency is greater than 1, right? Equal to 1 for the Carnot cycle, for the Carnot engine, reversible engine. In all the other heat engines, efficiency is always less than 1. 0.7, 0.8, 0.4, like that. Okay, yes. This is T1. How much? T2 is given. Efficiency is given as 0.4. Now I will write formula for first efficiency 1 minus T2 divided by T1. Right? So can't you do the substitution and calculation here to get the answer for T1? $500 Kelvin, got the answer now? Kevin, very good. So substitution, you do it here. Calculate T1 is equal to how much? If you didn't get the answer, I will do it. Right? So here eta 1 is equal to how much? 0.4. 1 minus T2 is 300. This is unknown. Okay. So 1 I will shift it to the other side. Therefore, minus 300 divided by T1 is equal to 0.4 minus 1. 300 divided by T1 is equal to 1 minus 0.4. 300 divided by T1 is equal to 0.6. Got the answer now? Finished? Now, case number 2. I'm showing case number 1. Right? Case number 2. Second case. Second case, what is that? This is 0.7. Rise in the temperature of the source. Here the source temperature is T1, but here the source temperature is T1 dash. Sink temperature, he didn't speak anything about that here. Therefore, here to here, sink temperature remains same. This is remains same. Because he, therefore, I will maintain that one as constant as it is. Remain same means it is 300 Kelvin. Okay. Written the concepts. Okay. I will use this concept here. Eta 2 is equal to 1 minus T2 dash divided by T1 dash. Eta 2 is equal to how much? 0.7. 1 minus, I supposed to calculate T1 dash. This is 300 Kelvin only. Now it is a very easy. So therefore, 300 divided by T1 dash is equal to 0.3. T1 dash is equal to how much? 300 divided by 0.3. How much is this? Is it correct? Check it out. 1000 Kelvin or this is how much? 1000 Kelvin. Okay. Right. Now, not only this, we want to calculate what is that? A rise in the source temperature. Rise in the source temperature or increase in the source temperature. Increase in the source temperature is equal to T1 dash minus T1. New temperature, old temperature. That is 1000 minus 500. That is 500 Kelvin. See that? Any doubt is there, you can ask. If you are getting any doubt, you can ask. Okay, finished. Fifth problem is over. Problem number 6. A Carnot engine has an efficiency of 30% when the temperature of the sink is 27 degree. Full stop. What must be the change? What must be the change in temperature of the source to make its efficiency 50%? Similarly, you solve it except this. This one only we had to calculate. Similar variety of problem. What must be the change in the temperature means we have to calculate this also. Yes. What must be the change in the temperature of the source means first you calculate T1, next calculate T1 dash, next you do the calculation for T1 dash minus T1. Do it again, Srivatsa. Similar variety of problem, only numbers are changed. Uttam Meti, got the answer? Have you finished?
Yes, sir. Finish.
Answer.
For the case 1, the T1 will be 4 to 8.57 Kelvin,
Then increase in temperature.
and T1 prime will be 600 Kelvin, and the temperature difference
Okay.
will be 171.43 Kelvin.
No, don't say that 443. You have to say point afterwards. You have to pronounce that one as single digits. 171.43. Okay. Yes, right. Okay. Correct answer. Uttam. Finished. Ruchita. Ruchita. Unmute. Ruchita, unmute. Yes. Answer, madam. Ruchita. Got the answer. Have you done the problem now? Worked out the problem? No, not yet. Vaishnavi. Tell me the answer for T1 and T1 dash. Vaishnavi Ashok. Evelyn, answer it. Very good, Evelyn. Right, as soon as if I'm asking, you are answering 428.57, 600 Kelvin. This is 171.43.
1.43 Kelvin.
Okay, madam. Right. Vaishnavi, all of a sudden she left out. Any doubt regarding this 6 problems? You see that? Okay, while coming in the next class, prepare all these things. Once you go through all these things, and you are supposed to sit for the next class. Okay, without any preparation, don't sit for the next class. You have to, with preparation, you have to come. So I have solved 6 problems now. All the 6 problems, again, you go through it. For that, it requires maybe not more than about 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, just you view it properly once. Okay, get ready for the next class. Okay, next week we are meeting. For your theory IA examination, problems are also included. Get ready with all the theory, whatever the portions are covered, and the problems. Okay. Yes. Is there any other thing that you want to discuss? You can.